NFT Artisans on a Tuesday. It's not Tech Talk on a Tuesday. Somebody mailed me and said, "Oh, I'd like to come on a Tuesday, but I'm not ready for the Tech Talk yet." Yuna mailed me, CryptoYuna, from the last Avatars, and she wanted to come join us on the show. And we didn't have very many openings. And so I don't know. I didn't really want to talk about tech. So I did, what I try to do best. And I thought, well, what's the part about Tuesday that we really need to keep? And of course, it's on the Tuesday. And so I decided to rebrand the show as NFT Artisans on the Tuesday. However, the really sad part about this, Yuna, is you don't get to see our awesome Tech Talk on a Tuesday intro. But we're going to play it anyway, just because the cool thing about this intro is it was out of date like the second time we played it. Because like this show is called, The Uplifters. And Corey and I used to do a show that was called EOSIO Update. And if you watch it to the very end, you'll see that it's even the wrong branding. So I think it's going to be fun just to play this anyway. Stick around, share this out. We got an awesome artist here today that a lot of you haven't heard about. She's new to Wax. She needs like your support, and she's got some really cool. I don't know. I don't want to give too much away, but I like it a lot. So share this out. I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
Welcome to Tech Talk on a Tuesday, where Corey and Jimmy talk to smart people about tech that is way above their head, but intensely informative, super fun. Sooner or later, somebody's going to make an inappropriate joke. We're definitely going to give away a bunch of NFTs. And quite frankly, we're just going to learn a whole ton. If you have any ideas about who we should have on Tech Talk on a Tuesday, please let us know by adding us in the comments or just finding us. Just stalk us down. It's fine. Just talk to us. Tech Talk on a Tuesday.
I love it.
It's like one of those like throwback kind of like 70s TV shows. That's what it's kind of become, I think. But yeah, welcome, CryptoYuna. I want everything about you to be known, because like I don't know how to describe what you do, and I hope you don't take offense to this. But when I first saw your avatars, I was like, there was one that like you do avatars that are kind of based on famous people. And once I figured that out, I actually stopped reading who the famous people that they're based off of were, and just trying to see if I could figure it out. And like, I kind of like not knowing whether the one that I thought was Picasso is Picasso or not. So what do you do? Please explain it to us, because it's really cool. I think what you're throwing out there.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here. And I'm CryptoYuna. I tried to put a green screen up, but I don't actually have a green screen. So now it's like bleeding through. It's kind of wild. I do art. I'm a traditional artist, come into NFT's digital world in 2019, 2020, but I was already in cryptocurrencies. So that's kind of how I fell into everything. And this is my traditional oil painting stuff behind me. And so I started out on Ethereum blockchain, minting and stuff, and just started that way, just learning and teaching myself how to mint, how to do NFTs. And then I found Wax later on, and Wax was really hard, but it's so cheap. We're always looking for a cheaper way to mint and do NFTs. So the gas on Wax is really, really affordable for everybody. My avatars, everybody started doing PFP 10K projects. And I really didn't like the projects that were out there. And I didn't see any reason why artists already in this space shouldn't be doing their own. So I decided I was going to make my own. I think, you should branch out as an artist. You should try different approaches to NFTs and really start learning new ways to utilize them. And so that's what I did. And I initially bit off more than I could chew. I just thought, hey, I'll make this art. I will get the contract up and we'll just stick it on blockchain. That's easy, No, it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I found a hard time finding a dev. I could not find anyone that I trusted because I didn't know anybody that could write the contract. So I was looking for someone, and I was quoted 100K, 400K for them to do it. And I'm like, right. Oh my word, are you kidding me? I will never get this project off the ground. I don't even have that kind of money. And so I went to Arnold, who is the founder of vrland.io, which is a virtual reality metaverse world. And back in the day when I first started, I was testing that world for him. He gave me a gallery room and I would test iOS on it and tell him, what was buggy, what needed fixed, what isn't working for iPad, things like that. And so I knew he knew coding and all that stuff, which I don't know myself. And so I said, Arnold, do you know how to write a contract? Do you know how to do this generative art stuff? And he's like, yeah, I could write that. And I obviously had no startup money. So we just became partners in it. So full share, he's writing the contract, I'm doing the artwork. And then I'm really good friends with Darren Cullen of the Graffiti Kings. And they have a huge footprint, a huge audience. They've grown so fast in this space in a short amount of time. I was like, Darren, I think this can work. Do you want to jump in this with me? And he's like, yeah, let's go for it. So that was our little team that we started with.
Yeah, we love Darren on the show. Like the things that he's doing for like street kids and with his art, like he was a key guest back, I guess a month or two ago. He was coming on here all the time. He's really blowing up, and I'm happy to see that. But yeah, like he's been doing some awesome stuff. So I didn't actually know that much about your project other than just seeing it around. But then the minute that I found out that like you're the founder and, kind of your co-founder or co-conspirator was Darren and NFT Graffiti Kings, I was like, oh, sweet. Like I said, I started to dive in a little bit more. Corey, this is CryptoYuna. CryptoYuna. Corey, you might recognize as the voice behind Tech Talk on a Tuesday, which we introduced
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
I love it.
Awesome. Oh man, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. I got about 4 hours of sleep. Rock and roll, full market.
Awesome. Yeah, Darren and I, we go back to when he first came into this space, and I had seen him. I'd seen his Twitter and his little video of doing those skyscrapers, and I was like, blown away that somebody like this was in NFTs. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I made a little video and I was like, you guys have got to go check out these graffiti artists that are coming in. I love it. It's just amazing. And so he reached out and we just became friends through that. And then he wanted to do an art exhibition, and the skate park gallery for Decentraland was launching. And so he reached out and said, hey, Yuna, do you think there would be enough women in this space that would want to do an all-female art exhibition, and would you want to curate that for us? We're going to launch a skate park gallery and stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I helped found Woka. I was,
sure. When Darren suggested it's okay, but when Jimmy suggests doing an all-woman panel on a round table, the Woka ladies get all woke and then angry at them and stuff. Like, come on, Darren.
You got to have an in.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I went to him, I'm like, that's and awesome. It was just on fire. It became like the biggest art exhibition the women had ever done. And now it's an annual event. We're actually going to have our second one come up in April and stuff. So
I didn't realize that you were a co-founder of Woka. That's great. Like we've had a few Woka guests on the show before. That's a really cool organization, and I really like what you guys are doing over there. For people who might be in the audience who might not know, like what's the short of it? What is Woka, and why did you guys find it?
Woka is the Women of Crypto Art, and it was so male dominated in this space, and we didn't really all know each other. We were like, knew a female here and there. So we really wanted to find each other. Like, who else is in this space? Who else has kids, raising a family, and doing this? Let's talk, So that's kind of how we all came together. We just started, Stina Jones and Sparrow formed like a little Twitter group. And then we all started joining it, and we decided to have an exhibition within 2 weeks. That was She Art. So Woka was founded, then we did a Discord, and it just kind of blew up. We didn't know so many women were out there. And so Angie Taylor had made a list, and we just started contacting them all, and that's how it came about. Yeah, we just decided to form a foundation and then teach others how to mint and how to do this. We thought, other women in other countries, this is perfect for them. You can still.
So are you one of these poor souls or like enlightened souls? I'm not sure which way to go because I've heard both sides of the story that have been on the stream with NFT Joe over on the Crypto Writer podcast. Have you ever been on with NFT Joe?
I don't think I've been on there.
Okay, because NFT Joe does this great show. He's talking to a lot of woken women. This sounds really weird now that I say it out loud. Anyway, he's talking to a lot of woke based women, and like the running joke is like by the time that the stream is over, they have all basically like put them through therapy and like given them like life lessons. It's really good. So I just wanted to know if that story was true or not. But yeah, definitely a fan of what you guys are doing. So, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna like totally sidetrack this conversation because I want to know what's up with that background that's not a green screen, and like that's a Japanese painting behind you, and like the other side. But yeah, that's a Japanese paint. That's a Japanese painting behind you. And you said like you're a traditional artist who was doing oil painting. So that's one of your pieces there?
Yes. So this is my friend's daughters in Japan, and she took this photo, and they were just lounging and talking, and the photo turned out so good. I was like, that is beautiful. It looks like a painting. Can I paint them? And so I did. She said yes, and this is an oil painting. Yeah.
Hey Corey, if you didn't know, CryptoYuna, she's got all the connections. She was showcased in the Tokyo show that I was too late to get in on. Like
I remember you talking about that back in the day.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are great.
Thank you. I was in Tokyo, and I was also in the first Beijing art exhibition, and then Numomo from South Korea contacted me, and they're doing their second NFT book on the history of NFTs. So I'm in that book, and they may be doing an exhibition in Korea. So yeah.
It seems like your biggest problem is the same problem as everyone else, which, is a big problem. But if everyone else has the same problem, then it's not really that big. And that problem is, she's having trouble getting whitelisted on wax. But we hear there might be a solution for that.
Go to Nifty Blocks.
Go to Nifty Blocks. But however, that being said, there was a document that I read today about being whitelisted on Nifty Blocks, and it might not be so easy in the very near future. So I would look into it as soon as possible if I were you. Not Nifty blocking advice, just saying.
Yeah, I had reached out to them a while ago, and they said as soon as my project's ready to launch, let them know, and they'll go ahead and talk to me about that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I always forget. There's so many things happening that I tend to forget stuff. But so my project is the Lost Avatars, and how I did that is I had made one, and then I just kind of made a template of that, and I was like, I could really make this into a 10K PFP. And I did all the layers and hand drew everything and got my team together. And this is on Ethereum, but on Discord, I do a lot of wax giveaways for art and for my community there. So I will do artwork and put it on wax, and we'll do like numbers games and things like that. But the Lost Avatars, I started out wanting to do something for my kids. I have 3 kids that I also homeschool, and I wanted to get into gaming. I didn't know how to. So I was just trying to create little characters, and this is what came of that. And my kids loved it. And then I started to create a story, which I had a story, and then one of the moderator that volunteers for my Discord, he's a professional writer. His name's Christian Coley, and he's like, your story needs help and needs a lot of work. So he rewrote it for us. So he really, jazzed it up and made it special. And so we have a roadmap with this. We have Super World coming up, which is a giveaway of 25 of these Lost Avatars, November 17th. But you're going to find them in a hunt, in almost like a Pokemon Go type of situation. They're going to be geopenned in NFT New York City in Times Square. They're going to be geopenned at the Miami Crypto Experience, where Superworld's speaking. And they're going to be geopenned in DeFi Live London by the Graffiti Kings. They're doing their live graffiti mural there. And so if you use the Superworld app, you'll be able to see those in the virtual reality, real world, and be able to take pictures with them and then tag us, and we'll get you entered to win one of 25.
So are you going to be in person at either the NFT NYC? I get those confused.
I am not.
Or the Miami crypto conference that's coming?
I'm not. My Lost Avatars will be there virtually, and then Graffiti Kings will be physically at the DeFi London, but I won't be traveling to those places. But yeah.
And I'm the other thing I'm interested about, because we've seen a few of our friends do this recently, but on your website you have a kind of commercial, I guess, full commercial rights agreement with people who buy your NFTs. And different projects are doing this in different ways, but I'm just kind of curious, like, how does that work? So when you own the NFT, like friends of ours are doing this, and how they do it is like, you can take that, you can put it on a t-shirt, you can sell it, as long as you don't alter the image in any way, shape, or form. Right. You actually have to use the exact image. You can't, make the character like hanging out in a different pose or something like that. Is that similar to how you guys have structured yours?
Yes. Yes, I want people to be able to take this if they want to build a brand around it or put it on t-shirt, or, it's similar to what the Bored Ape Yacht Club has done. If they wanted to make a coffee brand out of it, use that image, things like that. So have that freedom, but at the same time, you can't do anything bad, not racial stuff, not anything. You can't take that image and do something horrible with it, so it protects it and it keeps it clean and fun for everybody.
I mean, to me, this is one of the most, I think, underrated potential benefits to the space, for artists, is the fact that now, my missus, she used to be a fashion designer, and she used to, work for, it was a small company, but still, everything that she did basically became company property. And a lot of these jobs that people work that have anything to do with art, it becomes company property, and they get to, suck in all the profits for that. But you, as the actual artist, get paid a minimum wage, and depending upon the city that you're living in, it's really hard to survive, especially if you have kids, right? And you have to pay for them to go to daycare and things like this. Like it just all tends to build up, right? Because a lot of these jobs are in the bigger cities. So I think what's really interesting about this is going to allow the door, in a way, to kind of open for artists to be able to have like that middleman, like company step totally kind of jumped over. And like you said, a coffee company could come in and totally brand around one of your characters. Mm-hmm. And like, as that, I don't know, like, how does that work? It'd be nice to see like a bit of a kickback in there, but I guess for now it's just, you selling that art, and that limited limited commercial license goes with it, right? Like you don't get any kickback, but it would be really cool to see this progress, I think, through time.
Yeah, and I think I see that as, my art's out there. People are seeing it more if somebody else is doing other, and I'm excited. What are you going to do with it? That's cool for me to see, where it goes and what they do with it. I will also have some of my own. I will keep a couple of them. So I would love to be, on Life water bottles and, Coca-Cola. Let's go. Sky's the limit. I do want to jump over those middlemen and get directly to the companies that are coming into NFTs. I want to be the one talking to them about my stuff and my projects and working with them.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. The other utilities with this NFT, we're going to do like a little community contest, the derivatives, what else, if you take this, I would love to see somebody animate it or put it in 3D, and the community will vote on who's got the best one. And then we're going to do at 100% Mint a music festival. I've always wanted to do a music festival in the NFT space. VR Land is set up perfectly for live streaming as well. And I know so many music artists that are also in NFTs that would love to just play at a festival. And then I was sitting there one night with my husband. We were just listening to YouTube music, and I'm like, why don't we get some of these YouTube stars and talk to them? People are so easy to approach in this space. So I did. I just like started DMing these YouTube stars, and the Marty Ray project came back to me, and he's like, well, when you're ready and you're serious, hit me up and we'll play. So I was just like, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
You know, it's fun to get that stuff together. And so
yeah, I was talking before the show a little bit about like some of the projects that we're affiliated with, right? And one of those projects is actually Yoshi Drops. And again, like I think that there's some serious potential for musicians. We've seen that with some of our musicians that are coming out, and like a few of them will actually be going over to a metaverse concert that's playing like Halloween, which is really going to be really cool. So I'm excited to see like Taylor Alexander and some of these other people, probably Nathan and Bang Out. Those guys are probably all going to be playing alongside some friends of ours like Nasty Hooks and people like doing some really cool stuff in the metaverse. So I'm excited to see all of this kind of play out. So, hey, Corey, how are you, by the way?
I didn't sleep a whole lot.
How's Blue? How's that doing?
You know, it launched.
Do you remember what we did yesterday? Are we gonna do that again today?
Dude, don't. The leading questions aren't gonna work today.
Like the hashtag thing where we spin the wheel?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Are we gonna give away Blue today?
Yes, fuck yes. Thank you. Fuck. Yeah, we launched a little app last night, and I haven't really slept, and it's going quite well.
Usually you're quicker than that. I thought I was.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I mean, we've been grinding on this for a month. Then the last like week and a half was like all of the time, and then yesterday was like a 22-hour day. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, just fill it out. See it, huh? Yeah.
Just a little. We just launched a little tiny game on Wax, a little kind of DeFi. It's not going to be a big deal,
right? I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're paying any attention to charts, it's clearly not a big deal.
Yeah. Definitely don't look at the Blue Wax price.
Right.
Taco. Just go get the Taco app. Anybody with the sound of my voice. Go get the Taco app. You can add all the accounts you want on Anchor now, on Anchor Wallet. So like you can, because I have like stuff spread out over a lot of accounts. Anchor Wallet the Taco Wallet is the only place I've ever been able to like just see it all, and that's where you get like you'll see people sending out pictures of the Blue price or the lithium price, which has done quite well. Or Taco price went up as well, and they're all getting them from there. It's just like a really cute little spot.
All right, so here's what you need to do. We're going to give away 1,000 Blue at the end of the show.
How much is that worth now, Jimmy? I haven't actually looked this morning. Do we know what
that
is?
It's definitely more than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But 1,000 is 1,000. I mean, that works.
Oops. Find out here. But yeah, let's get some away.
Sure that
thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry, I was like,
no
what?
problem.
What's my name?
Make sure that you put hashtag Blue with your Wax account after that, and then we'll run the little spinny wheel thing maybe closer to the end of the show. And CryptoYuna, feel free to drop yours in the comments as well. Corey and I will not drop ours in the comments. And if the Uplifters Blue Wax account name came up, then I mean, it's up to you guys, I guess. If you guys want to win 2 times in a row, like if you won yesterday, you can put your name in there again. But it'd be nice if you like didn't put your name in there, I guess, and let somebody else get it. But like, I won't stop you from putting your name in it. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we could spread this around, because like I said, we're going to be doing this for a week. And yesterday we saw Small Town Cowboy win 3 times, and he already came out of the drop for the Drop Bears contest. So yeah, he's going to win again. But definitely do this. Also, I'd like to do some gratitudes. We do that. I'd like to get some gratitudes from Yuna up. Yeah. Right? Yeah. STC now wants to join in on the fun, right? Like yesterday he was saying, oh no, it's okay. I don't need Drop Bears. But now that the Blue's out, but he deserves it. Go in over to our website, go over to theuplift.world, click on that little blog button at the top. And we just released a post featuring Small Town Cowboy. There's a few pictures in there. There's 3 or 4 videos, 3 or 4 flybys of Lad City and some other builds that he did. But seriously, if you're only, I feel bad saying this because there's some brilliant blog posts that you should all read, every single one of them on our website. But if you're only going to read one this week, because I'm going to put out like 3 or 4, honestly, like they're starting to back up. I got like 10 different people who want a blog post this morning. Read Small Town Cowboys, because that guy has a really interesting backstory that goes like way back that you would have never pegged. And it's really interesting to see his take and his look and his view of the crypto space. And one of my favorite people for sure, a guy who basically donated his time last week to help out a really cool project, Heart of Gold. Definitely go give Small Town Cowboy some support by reading his blog and understanding, the man behind the myth and the legend, essentially.
I had just now saw all these comments. I was like stuck on private chat or something. I'm like, nobody's here. Funny.
Fair enough. So how you started on Ethereum? What brought you to Wax?
Wax, I don't even remember. I've been on there a while now, and it might have been Graffiti Kings, or I don't remember. I'm just always testing out other chains to see how they work, especially when you're looking for cheaper ways to mint or sell with gas and stuff. And Wax is so easy once you get set up. I had to have Wizard X help me set up. He actually set it up for me because I couldn't figure it out, and then got the RAM and all that stuff, set and ready for me in the Wax. And once I was set, it's easy. Once you get that done, it's easy to start minting on there. I figured that out. That's really, really simple and a cost-effective way. But everybody is on Ethereum. It's like the main hub, I guess, for the NFT blockchain. And I wanted to learn other chains. So I think that's how I stepped into it. It's been a while now.
Right. Yeah, I think it's always interesting because there is a lot of traction, I think, for onboarding artists into the Ethereum space. From my perspective, it actually kind of seems like we probably have more independent IPs coming into Wax, but there are some pretty big names that are starting to kind of trickle into Ethereum. So I'm always curious to see how that spread's going to work, because I think especially for not well-known artists, Ethereum can be quite a difficult place. Like you said, you had to have a developer that you trusted earlier in the show, and definitely with Ethereum, I think that's more difficult than finding someone in EOSIO, because EOSIO is more of a traditional programming language as far as I understand it. I don't know the difference between a 1 and 0, seriously. I just know that I try to put the 1 before the 0, because every time I put the 1 after the 0, things blow up, because $1 is not enough to live on these days. Corey, nothing. I think he's waking up. I think I got a smile there. I think he's waking up. I think he's.
I'm trying to help somebody with something at the same time, and it's just I'm noticing that you're just making word salad to wreck my brain, and so thank you. I feel challenged and seen.
Tech Talk Tuesday.
Right, it's good. It's great. But cool. Yeah. So what do you, it says on your website that you have? Corey is one of my favorite people. I love messing with. It's very rare that I get to mess with him, honestly, and we spend 5 days a week together and then some. But very rare that I get to mess with him. He's a sharp cookie over there. But so it says your release date is to be announced, and
yes.
I'm kind of wondering if today is the day that you're going to announce it.
No, we just did our pre-sale. Started yesterday. We had a Google Doc that we only let 200 addresses add to it. So those first 200 got to mint yesterday, and we didn't hold anything back from the community. We haven't even got our own for the team. So somebody got to mint the 0 mint and the number 1 mint. They got those coveted lowest numbers you can get and stuff. And so that's still going, and we'll shut it off in a little bit. And then we've just been slowly, organically building our community. And so we're going to touch base after this sale and figure out a launch date, because we want we just want it to grow in the right way, not a pump and dump, not a hyped up thing like you see so many projects doing. So we really think it out and take our time with it and make sure we're doing it in the right way for everybody so it grows. So and the pre-sale was really to kind of test out. That was the first time we had actually put the contract on chain. It was generated. So we were able to test that out. There was no gas wars, people weren't losing gas fees and stuff. So it went smooth. So that was a really big hooray for the team. It went really well. So now I feel more confident about launching and picking a date and a time.
Nice. Yeah. And TC's, he's our resident, wants to showcase every single artist out of the good of his heart up in the uplift world, which we'll visit a little bit later. But he said he would love to put some CryptoYuna art up in the Tub Gallery someday when you're ready, if you're willing and able. I actually have a question about that though. Like, how does that work? So with the I guess the NFT, along with that goes the rights, the ownership rights to use that image. So is that something that like only a person who owned that NFT could put that up in their gallery or gives consent for that gallery, or does that give you rights as an organization, being that that's your NFT that you created, even though you sold it? Can you use it for marketing purposes? And again, like, I'm not criticizing, I'm just like genuinely curious, because like this is a very different ecosystem that we live in now than what would traditionally exist in across the T's, dot the I's, sign here type of business agreement. And I'm just wondering, like, what artists are kind of thinking about this side, and how you'll utilize it from your end.
From my end, I will have some of my own. So there'll be a number and an image that I could personally use with no questions asked. But I think if I were going to use a different one, say there's one that's got the rare traits on it and it's cuter and I like it more, I would probably go ask permission, because that is now theirs. That's their awesome NFT. They own that now. I've given that right to them. So
yeah, I think we tend to do that with, like, we put out some postcards and things like that. And I think in most cases we do tend to ask people, like, we do picture installs, and a lot of times with those pictures installs, I think you get 2 or 3 images after the picture goes up. And a lot of times those pictures aren't released. I mean, we don't release them in the blogs or in the articles unless we ask permission, or like we've got a whole stash of pictures that have went out to the community that nobody's actually really ever seen. Because we want people to verify that those images are a thing. That's not a standard rule. I don't think that we don't have rules around this type of thing. It's just kind of my personal general feeling, and I think some of our artists' general feelings as well. That could all change, but like, it's interesting to see how things change and how malleable people can be with other people's rights when there are no contracts that are signed. I just think that's a really interesting conversation to have, really. But yeah, definitely something that I'm keeping my eye on, because, like, just as like we believe in Yoshi drops, that like this will be freedom for music, it'll be freedom for artists, it'll be freedom for financial freedom. It's going to run across the board, and we're going to learn a lot of new things, I think, in the next decade or so.
And this NFT will serve as the ticket to like that music festival event once they're all out there and minted. So it will be the holders alone invited to that. So it won't be open to the public. And then I'm excited, somebody could potentially take and say, this is my Lost Avatars NFT. Any other ones that hold that, I'll make my own event, and this will be your ticket, or things like that. So it could potentially, have a domino effect where other people are creating events and using these type of tickets and stuff. NFTs.
And we've had similar conversations with some of the artists, like one of our couple of our guests from the Oxymorons. They were saying, like, this offers them the ability to basically, be their own managers, be their own bosses. And what's interesting about that is it actually takes the idea of like buying a ticket off of the black market and scalping right off the table, because you don't scalp, you just sell your NFT. And once that person has that NFT, then they can enter the venue, right? Like it's totally, legitimizing that whole, free trade back and forth.
And then back to the images that you were talking about. So the images on my website and on my Twitter, those are not minted images. Those are ones I put together as examples of what it would possibly generate. So those aren't even minted images. So I don't even have like, a problem there. That's nobody's going to own those on there. They were just the examples that I needed the artwork for to show. Here's what I've created. Here's what they'll potentially look like.
I like it. I'm excited. I'm excited for the release date. So again, these are going to be the lost avatars are going to be released on Ethereum, though, correct?
Yes, they are an Ethereum contract. They were on Ethereum for sure. But
so what platform are you guys using for the release?
You can, the secondary, you can purchase them on secondary on OpenSea, but minting will be directly from the website. So if you have a MetaMask wallet, you just go to the website, you connect the MetaMask wallet, and you can mint up to 20 at a time. We were trying to help with the gas, hey, I want more than one and I don't want to pay gas fees every single time. So,
right.
Yeah.
So what's your, so you are involved a little bit in the Wax ecosystem. Do you have a plan for a rollout of some Wax NFT series or something new or something? Is that like hidden information?
I do want to get more involved with that and get whitelisted and then do some really good series works and things on there. Right now, I've just been using Wax to reward people that are coming into my Discord or things like that. I have a lot of artwork that I gave the moderator to play games with and to give away, do giveaways with and stuff. So far, that's all I've used Wax for, is to give away gifts and do things like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, especially like with Graffiti Kings, they will tweet something about me, and then everyone drops their Wax address. They've already been trained. So I felt like I kind of had to get on there and do something for them without leaving them hanging.
Right? Yeah. I mean, don't drop your Wax address in here unless I ask for it or the stream's going to be over. Corey gets like, but hey, Corey, do you want to do some gratitudes or should we do the draw first for the year?
Yeah, do the draw first. I got to pull the game up. Please.
I was hoping
I know, right?
The other way around. I was hoping. I was like, I'm not ready for this. What's happening? Let's see. I think I got it here. There we go. All right. So how this works again, the giveaway tool is very simple. We put in, share the screen here, your Wax address. We draw the name, and if you win, we send you the tokens. I'll probably send them after the stream because the one issue that we have with this platform is that I can't just copy it. So I'm perpetually worried about making sure that I got it right, but it shouldn't be an issue. I guess it's this one. Sorry, it's a white screen. All right, so it should be fun.
STC. I really hope I don't win.
I know. I've been reading these comments.
You won like one after another 3 times. It was absolutely hilarious. I mean, he's got a horseshoe shoved up his ass. He's amazing. He kind of deserves it. Not the horseshoe. That's gross. But winning.
All right. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what happens. There's only 12 entries. All right. So we're going to draw. I thought he almost won there.
I know, me too. Yay!
All right, Pablo E. If you're out there, drop your Wax address in the comments one more time here at the bottom below, and we will send you that NFT. If you're not out there, then we'll do the redraw in few more minutes. But Pablo, just one more time, if you wouldn't mind dropping your wax address in there just to make sure, double check that it's right. Yeah. Speaking of small town cowboy, seriously, go and check his the blog post is cool, man. The guy's like, I didn't know this. He used to work for a university, like with some really smart people, and like he rewired his whole like house, like telephone lines when he was like 6 years old. Like, go read it. He's a really interesting dude that like we didn't even know about. Like, he just comes across as being this like chill, awesome uplift builder. The other thing I didn't know before I read this was like he wasn't really a Minecrafter. Like he came into this space and he picked it up, and very quickly he came up with like some of the most epic builds that we've ever had.
And it was the lads build that he did first, right?
Yeah, he played around on a couple Minecraft servers before that, but yeah, that was the first one. And just go back and watch some of those interviews that we did with him, or Jen did with him, or you know, and it's his attention to detail that's just really amazing. So definitely go check this out. There's some really cool images, some really cool videos. I want to showcase this guy. He's doing some awesome stuff.
My kids love Minecraft, and they sit, and the youngest one's 5 and build stuff, and I'm just like blown away by what they're able to do.
Speaking of which, a bunch of slightly larger 5-year-olds. Wrong screen, sorry. The infinite weirdness of weird. There we go. For some reason. That's still happening.
Yeah, the digital assets got it right. Congratulations, Pablo. Now stake that blue for more blue.
This is the way.
That's wild.
All right, we need a new.
Yeah, so this is Uplifters Tower. This is where we put our gratitudes at the beginning of every show, Yuna. Yeah, we're happy to have you here and on the wall.
Thank you.
It'll be good. I think, I definitely hope to see some of your art in the Uplift world someday.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That'd be good.
that'd be cool.
I would actually love to see a Woka gallery or something like that. Like
that'd be amazing. That'd be really good.
We've got a whole gallery loop as well that's like connected with portals, and it's just amazing to see all the artists in the Uplift world, like zooming around between gallery to gallery. There's like standing galleries that might be there forever. There's galleries that like are revolving, that have like exhibitions that are coming in and out. It's just it's awesome. Probably like the most. Don't get me wrong. There's awesome builds. There's people building things. There's people tearing down. Like we videoed a destruction the other day, and the next day there was this monstrous statue that we showcased on our show last night, which is all pretty amazing. But definitely the active buzz right now is the gallery owners in that gallery loop, and they're just bringing it every single day. So I hope more and more people get that buzz and get connected to it. Those guys are awesome.
It would be awesome. I love doing art exhibitions and in world stuff. I think it's cool. It gets more people using it, and what a fun way to do it. You just run around and looking at everything. And
sorry, man, I couldn't help myself. Pablo E, for a minute there, I thought you were messing with me. Pablo E, I will definitely send some blue to std.wam. That's really good. That's a really easy address to remember. All right, go for it, Corey.
1 second. Sorry, too many things going on at once. Okie dokie. So yeah, CryptoYuna, what are you grateful for, like right now?
I'm grateful for the community and for the people that have helped me. I wouldn't have been able to do everything when I first started this project. I thought that I could, and then you realize like you really do need a team, and you need those people that are volunteering and just let them run with things. So I'm so thankful people love the project and want to be involved in it. Yeah.
Awesome. Jimmy. A little sunrise going
Today, I'm grateful for the artists in the uplift world. And when I say artists, I mean artists, but I also mean, the people who are showcasing their art through amazing builds as well. Corey?
I'm grateful for new friends. I don't make friends very often or very quickly. And Digital Acid in here, Sebastian, we live 40 blocks away, whatever it is. Hung out for beer in Miami. First time I was outside in Miami since I moved here, just for fun. And it was freaking fantastic. And the guy's a fucking super genius. So, it's pretty cool.
He is super genius. That's very true.
Awesome. Are you going to be at the Miami crypto experience?
Heck is yes.
Yes. Awesome.
All right. So, yeah. Speaking of Sebastian, who's asking, how do you make a gallery inside the uplift? You basically get a piece of land. You put up some sea lanterns. It's glorious, glorious sea lanterns. It's my favorite block. I don't really know why. And then you can actually pay 400,000 upliftium, which I think is 10, 15 bucks, or I don't even know what it is right now. I haven't checked since Blue Dot launched. Oops. So 400,000 lithium will get you a picture installed, and then you just make up a bunch of stuff. In fact, should we do a little tour of the galleries right now there, Jimmy D?
Yeah, why not? I like doing that. And I mean, I think it fits because
bonk.
For our first NFT Artisans on a Tuesday, I think we definitely do a tour of galleries.
Oh man, the crystallized uplifting is $20 now, so that's $1 million. So yeah, it's about $8 per install now. Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Of course. If you have NFT staked to the uplift, entered .theuplift.world, you'll be gaining some of that uplifting as well.
DC, what's up? So yeah, we're gonna need builds for both of these Blue Dac builds now. What's this? Is this a door? Not yet.
I mean,
but it will be.
Looks like a door. So some of these are pictures on the wall. Some of these are actual walkways that you can walk through and port to another whole part of the metaverse.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel
5 wins.
We need to get some.
That's it.
We need to get some sea lanterns behind that, but they'll do that. This
5
is brand
wins
new.
is
They just
Tubbs video. Voice cast.
So this is their little model of the Blue Dac logo that the little rocket. And you can you can go in there. It's like the portal, and you can take selfies in the portal. Freaking nerds! I love you guys. But yeah, apparently this is going to be the meme gallery for because so many memes are coming out for that now. It's anyway, that's going to be fun, and it just apparently keeps going. All right, well, let's get to where we actually have some pictures. That's good stuff. It's kind of epic. Oh, small galleries over here. That's the next one in the chain. Boop. Yeah, this is all about Star Wars fan art.
Cool.
Yeah. And they there's a whole block up here. I've seen pictures of what's inside, but we're not supposed to share them yet. It's freaking nuts. There's so much going on in there. All right. So
if you click on those pictures, does it take you to a site? Or
it doesn't know. And what they're a lot of them are doing is getting QR codes. See, this just pointing at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is the Rocket Gallery, which is fun. Is the Coliseum next? Yeah.
Wow.
All right, freezing a little bit. There we go. Giant Pikachus, in case anyone needed to look at one of those. Yeah, I mean, it's just a giant coliseum. Whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna need like a tour, Jimmy, of like the entire thing. You know what I mean? This is the last. I guess it's the last one in the chain. Oh shit! These are all the Bored Apes. Sebastian, is this your place?
Oh. Huh.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Oh man, how do you get down there?
So is this all like viewed like this, or do you have an actual avatar where you're walking around that you can change up?
Yeah, so Minecraft has its own kind of skins functionality, but we're messing around with ways to sort of incorporate that into what we're doing. But you absolutely can modify what you look like and hang out. This is epic. Yeah, Mellow. As far as the shaders, I absolutely will. Wow, man.
It's funny.
Selfie time. Actually, get a little light. Boink. Anyway, yeah. So that's fun. Yeah, Digital Asset was just saying that's about $1 million worth of art in there, like you do. Anyway, what happened to Jimmy? He's just like, peace out, you weirdos.
He's gone.
All right. Oh yeah, we probably have. I think we have meetings we're supposed to get to. But yeah, so CryptoYuna, thanks for coming on. Is there anywhere that you kind of want to send people, have people go to check out what you're doing?
Yeah, if you are interested in the Lost Avatars, you can go to lostavatars.art. That's the website. Check out vrland.io. It's free. You can get a gallery. You can get land free there. That's Arnold the Dev's world.
Does it look like that? Lostavatars.art?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Lostavatars.art. I'm on Twitter as CryptoYuna. I'm also on Twitter as Lost Avatars. And join our Discord and get some wax giveaways.
Booyah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jimmy. I gotta go to some dev meetings and stuff now. So and you just disappeared. So I gotta run.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go get some milk.
Okay.
At the convenience store. But anyway, thanks for coming in, and we'll hopefully see you back here in these parts very soon. And we'll check you guys all tomorrow. Media Moguls with Jerry Rucker, which you might know as Crypto Blood. Very excited for that one. And
that EOS Detroit.
Later.
Those guys.
EOS Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Thank you guys so
All right.
much. It's been a pleasure. Bye.
Ciao.